Hi, today we'll be seeing step-by-step guide for FRK manufacturers. Now, to log in, we'll be going to Foscos portal and clicking on login with food business. Now, here we can see we are redirected to user sign-in page. Now we'll be entering our license number to log in. After entering license number, we'll be clicking on proceed button. Now, here we can see we'll be entering our password and the captcha shown below in the enter captcha field. After entering the captcha, we'll be clicking on sign in button to log in. So here you can see we have logged into Foscus portal. Now we'll be clicking on issued box green color, and now we'll be clicking on issued license bar. Here you can see we can see login to Fortress button. We'll be clicking on that. Now here you can see you are redirected to Fortress homepage, and in the left side you can see premix slots, racing slots, self-declared premix batch, FRK batch, and among the lots all these are filters. For example, we have all filter, lot dispatch filter, lot received filter. These will show the stage based filtration. For example, if your premix lot has stage lot dispatch, so it will be viewed in lot dispatch, vice versa for lot received, and all the filters. In all filter you will be viewing all the lot records received from PMX manufacturers to your FRK manufacturer. Now here you can see sample rejected lot. Now we'll be receiving a premix lot by clicking on lot dispatched, and we'll be clicking on the lot dispatch record. Now here you can see lot details of the lot record. Now here you can see vendor details under the vendor tab. The code is downloadable as well. Material details, the raw material used in premix. Lot details, name, manufacturer number, expiry date, manufacturing date, and quantity of the lot. Batch test details, the test details, the report is downloadable as well. History of the premix lot dispatch from to. Now here you can see batch history tree, it is updated as well. Here you can see this premix lot was created by this manufacturer, sample sent to lab, sample in lab, ready to dispatch, lot dispatched. Now to receive a lot, we'll be clicking on receive lot button. Here you can see the lot received date is editable as well. You can click on it. Now we'll be providing comments. After providing comments, we'll be clicking on lot received button. Yes, in the confirmation message. Here you can see lot has been received. So premise lot stage has been changed to lot received. Now the history and batch history tree has been updated as well. As you can see, last entry is lot received. Now we have three options: sample sent to lab, accept, reject without accepting. So now we'll be sending this sample to lab for this lot. So we'll be clicking on send sample to lab. We'll be searching our lab name, and after that we'll be providing comments. The sample dispatch date is editable as well. You can click on it and change it if you want. We'll be clicking on send sample to lab, yes, in the confirmation message, and here you can see sample is sent to lab and state is also changed. Now we'll be accepting a premix lot. So we'll be going to lot dispatched, clicking on a lot record. Here you can see all the details, vendor details, material details, lot details, all the quantity and name, batch number, batch stage details, history of the premix lot, batch history of the premix lot. Now to receive a lot, we'll be following the same procedure, clicking on receive lot button, providing comments, and clicking on lot received button after that. Yes, in the confirmation message, and here you can see lot has been received and stage is changed to lot received. Now to accept a lot, we'll be clicking on accept button. Now we'll be providing comments. The approved date is editable as well. You can click on it. After adding comments, we'll be clicking on accept and yes in the confirmation message. And here you can see lot has been accepted and stage has been changed to accepted. History and batch history tree is also updated as well. Last entry in the batch history tree here you can see is accepted. Now we'll be sending back a lot to premix manufacturer by rejecting without accepting. So I'll be going to lot dispatch, clicking on lot record. Here you can see the all the details, vendor details, material details, lot details, batch size details, history, batch history tree. To receive a lot, we'll be clicking on receive lot button, providing comments, and after that we'll be clicking on lot received button. Yes in the confirmation message. Here you can see lot has been received. To reject without accepting, we'll be clicking on reject without accepting. We'll be providing comments and we'll be clicking on reject without accepting button after that. Yes in the confirmation message. Here you can see lot is ready. Rejected lot is ready to send back to manufacturer. So history and batch history has been updated as well. Now we'll be sending the rejected lot back to manufacturer. We'll be clicking on send rejected lot button. After that we'll be providing comments and we'll be clicking on send rejected lot button. Yes in the confirmation message. And here you can see rejected lot send back to manufacturer and stage is also changed to lot to send back to lot sent back. Last the batch history has been updated and the last record is lot sent back to the premix manufacturer. Now you can see in the all under premix lot, all filter under premix lot, you can view the all premix lot records. Now if premix is unable to add data to FRK manufacturer, so FRK manufacturer can do it by optional feature which is self-declared premix batch. Now we'll be clicking on it and we'll be adding the premix vendor by searching its license number. We'll be searching the license number and click on search button and you can view the name of the vendor and click on OK. The data is auto populated. Now after entering the vendor details, we'll be adding the batch premix batch details. We'll be adding the name, manufacturer batch number if any. It is the number which you are giving at the time of manufacture. It's an optional. We'll be adding the manufacturing date and the expiry date, and we'll be adding the quantity of premix procured from the vendor by FRK manufacturer. Now we have to add the lab test details as well for the premix lot you received. We'll be adding lab name, we'll be adding the sample testing date and also the report number. After that we'll be adding the lab test report as well. It is mandatory. If you want to add additional documents, you can click on additional documents and add. Now to we'll be clicking on the uh, checkbox and we'll be clicking on submit button. Here you can see premix batch has been created. If you go to uh, premix lot, you can see here at the last we have an entry for premix lot which has been the stage has been auto accepted. Here you can see vendor details, code is downloadable as well, material details, lot details, the test report which you have added, and the history and batch history tree as well. Here you can see the batch history tree of the newly created premix lot self declared. Now we'll be adding now here you can see in the premix lot we can download the premix data as well by clicking on the download button. All the data shown in the table will be downloaded in Excel format. Here you can see now we are searching by the lot number. If you search L01, here you can see the desired search result in the table. If you click on close button, the search history will be closed. You can apply the filters as well. Now we are applying a filter by manufacturing date, as you can see in the video. Now here you can see we have the desired search result according to the filter. If you want to close, you can click on the close button. Now we'll be adding rice mix, which is the raw material for FRK lot batches. Now we'll click on rice mix all. To create a rice mix lot, we'll be clicking on plus button. Now here you can see vendor details. Now we'll be adding new vendor. If by clicking on add new vendor button, now we'll be adding the name of the vendor, vendor type, address of the vendor, as well as the pin code and mobile number. All these fields are mandatory. License number and email ID are optional. If you have them for the vendor, you can add it. Here you can see we are adding the country. For example, your country is not here, so you can add other. Click on other and add it manually. So now we are adding the pin code and the mobile number. Validations are done for the pin code and mobile number. So by clicking on submit button, here you can see we added vendor to list. If you click on the name of the vendor, the newly created vendor will be added to the last of the list. If you click on now we can add vendor by license number. We'll be clicking on search with FSA license number and we'll be providing license number and clicking on search button. Here you can see the name of the vendor, and if you click on OK, it will be auto populated in your vendor details. Now we'll be adding the rice mix lot details, name of the rice mix lot, manufacturer lot number if any. For example, if you are manufacturing, you have a lot number, you can add it. It is an optional field. Lot number will be auto generated for the portal. Manufacturing date, expiry date. Percentage to be used in FRK is the percentage of this rice mix you are using to create an FRK batch. Total quantity in kgs and rice type. We are currently using 98% rough rice mix to produce FRK batch, and we are selecting rice type as raw. You can add additional files if you have any by clicking on additional documents, adding the file name and attaching a file. Now we'll be clicking on create button, and here you can see rice mix slot has been created. Now you can download the data as well by clicking on download button. The data of the table will be downloaded in an Excel format, and we can search via the manufacturer lot number and the lot number provided by the portal. You can apply the filter as well. Now we are applying the filter as per the manufacturer start date. You can see the desired result of the filter. You can click on close to view all the lots. Now we'll be creating an FRK batch by clicking on FRK batch all. Here you can see we'll be clicking on plus icon to create a new FRK batch. Now the vendor details are auto filled because the FRK manufacturer is the vendor for the FRK batch. Now we'll be adding material details by clicking on add premix. Now we are adding the premix. We'll be selecting the lot and adding the quantity. If you hover on I, you can view the quick summary. We'll be adding rice mix by clicking on add rice mix button. Uh, Selecting the lot from the drop down, adding the quantity. If you hover on I, you can view the quick summary of the rice mix. You can add instructions as well. These are optional. Now we'll be adding batch details, name of the FRK batch, manufacturer batch number if any, manufacturing date, expiry date, percentage to be used in mix. and total quantities. Percentage is 4. Total quantities we should be the summation of sum of all the material details we have added. Currently we are added 980 kgs of rice and 20 kgs of, so total is 1000. And if you click on create button, the batch has been created. As you can see, we have also generated a QR code. If you click on it, you can scan it and you can download it as well. Here you can see the downloaded QR code. You can scan it, and here is the photo for the scanned results. The batch status is created. The batch history tree and history has been updated as well. You can click on it, and here you can see the history of the FRK batch. Now we'll be sending sample to lab by clicking on send sample to lab button. For the batch test for the FRK batch, we'll be adding the lab name uh, and adding comments. After that, we'll be clicking on send sample to lab button. Yes, in the confirmation message, and here you can see sample has been sent to lab for testing. And in the all, you can see the stage has been changed as well. We'll be logging out, and we'll be logging in as a lab user. So we'll be logging in on the lab portal. We'll be entering username and password. After that, we'll be clicking on the login button. Here you can see we are redirected to the Food lab portal. Now we'll be clicking on FRK all, and here you can see we have two samples to receive. We will be clicking on it, and to receive sample we'll be clicking on receive sample button. We'll be adding comments. After that, we'll be clicking on receive sample button. Yes, in the confirmation message, and you can see sample is received. Now we'll be adding the lab test details performed by the lab test user name. Now here you can see a table. If the result is in within the range provided, so the batch test will be cleared and batch can go ahead on the portal. If not, the batch will be rejected and user cannot go ahead. And we'll be attaching the lab report as well. It is mandatory, and if you want to submit your test, click on submit test, and yes, here you can see lab test has been done. Now we'll be rejecting sample without testing for the lab. We'll be receiving sample by clicking on receive sample button. Adding comments, the date is editable as well. You can click on it and edit. To receive, we'll be clicking on receive sample button. Yes, in the confirmation message. Here you can see sample received. To reject without accepting, we'll be clicking on reject sample without testing. We'll be clicking on the button. Now we'll be providing comments. After that, we'll be rejecting the sample without testing by clicking on the button. Yes, in the confirmation message. Here you can see reject sample without testing, and stage is sample rejected. So now we'll be logging out from the lab portal and re-logging in as the FRK user. So now here you can see this is the home page. We'll be going to FRK batch all, and here you can see the batch stage has been changed to sample sent to lab to batch ready to dispatch. You can view the new tab which is batch test details. Lab report is downloadable as well. All the test details can be viewed by the user. The history and batch history tree has been updated as well. Here you can see the batch history tree. Now for the other batch which we have rejected by the lab user, here you can see the stage is sample rejected because it is rejected without accepting, without testing. So now if the batch stage is sample rejected, so the FRK user can send that same batch to the same lab or another lab. Here you can see the history and batch history tree has been updated as well, and you can see send sample to lab button. If and only if the stage is sample rejected, you can send it to another lab or the same lab by clicking on send sample to lab button, searching your lab name from the drop down, adding comments, and after that if you click on send sample to lab button, it will go to this lab desired. Now we'll be seeing scenario for the lab again, that if the lab test results are not in range, so the batch will be rejected. Here you can see we are logging into the lab portal for the Fortress. We'll be adding user credentials. After that we'll be adding clicking on login button. Here you can see we are redirected to the lab, and we'll be clicking on FRK all. We'll be receiving the sample. We'll be clicking on the receive sample button. After clicking on the record, we'll be providing comments. After that we'll be receiving the sample by clicking on receive sample button, yes, in the confirmation message. Here you can see sample is received. Now we are adding the results. Performed by will be adding the lab user's name. Now if the value of the result is greater than provided in the range or less than provided within the minimum limit in range, here you can see the second is out of range, so the batch stage will be rejected and the batch cannot be move ahead in the lab Fortress portal if the lab results are not in range. We'll be adding lab report, it is mandatory, and we'll be submitting the result. Here you can see the report is submitted and test done stage is appearing. We'll be logging out, re-logging as a FRK user. So now here you can see we'll be going to FRK batch, and here you can see the last uh, batch stage is rejected. If you click on it, and because the lab results were out of range, it is rejected automatically. And here you can see we added 20,000 in the range. The range's maximum limit is 12,500. The result is 20,000. It is marked in red, and due to that, batch is rejected and it can't be moved forward on the portal. And the history and batch history has been updated as well for this batch. Last entry you can view as the rejected. Now we'll be going to our batcher to dispatch stage batched. Here you can see add packaging info to dispatch the batch. So we'll be adding packaging info. Click on packaging info, click on add button. The size of the bag, for example a bag is of 100 kgs, so will be size kgs 100, sorry, size 100 units kg, and quantity is 10. You click on add packaging info, yes, you can see here packaging info added successfully. Now here you can view the dispatch button. So to dispatch we'll be clicking on the dispatch button. So you can add wastage as well. Click on wastage details and click on add wastage. So we are at 10 kgs of wastage. Here you can see quantity 10 units kg, and we need to provide comments for adding wastage as well. Click on submit, yes. Here you can see successfully added wastage info, and this is deduct the wastage is deducted from the remaining quantity as well. Here you can see 990 kgs because 10 kgs is added in wastage. So now we'll be dispatching a lot from the FRK batch. We're clicking on dispatch button. Here you can see the dispatch form. So now you can add manufacturer lot number if any. There are two ways to dispatch, one with a drop down, one with a license number. We'll be currently going with drop down. So we'll be searching our mm, manufacturer's name by clicking on manufacturer name and searching it from the drop down. Now we'll be adding the item by clicking on add item, bag size and quantity of the bags. We are sending 100 kg badge and click on dispatch button. Here you can see it is dispatched as well and stage is changed to partially dispatched. History and batch history tree has been updated as well. We'll be dispatching another lot by clicking on dispatch button, and by license number we'll be adding 14 digit valid license number. After that we'll be clicking on search button. So here you can see it is auto populated with the valid license number. We'll be adding items by clicking on add item and dispatching lot by clicking on dispatch lot button. Yes, in the confirmation message. Here you can see second lot is dispatched successfully. The new tab is usage details. If you click on it, you can view the all previous lot records for the batch. Two lots has been dispatched from this batch. You can download the details as well by clicking on download button. It will be downloaded in an Excel format. In the packaging info, here you can see how 800 kgs bags are remaining and two we have dispatched. It is shown in gray color. So now if you want to search, you can search via the manufacturer batch number, and here you can view the filtered data as well by clicking on the filter. It is filtered by on the basis of stage. Here you can see partially dispatched, sample rejected batches, all created, batch to be dispatched. Now here are the lot records. So the last two entries which we have done now for the FRK lots. If you click on it, here you can see all the lot details, material details, vendor details, and history and batch history tree of the lot. Currently the stage is lot dispatched. If you click on the history tree, here you can see the history tree of the lot for the corresponding batch. Here you can see the filters for the lots, lot sent back, rejected lot received. In the inventory, you can view the premix lot inventory. You can download the data as well by clicking on download button. It will be downloaded in an Excel format. You can search by the lot number provided. So now here you can see the desired search result for L06. You can apply the filters as well. Now currently here you can see we are entering the filter by stage and the manufacturing date. Stage is accepted and we will be clicking on apply. Here you can see the accepted lots for the manufacturing date, the desired search data. In the rice mix inventory, you can view the rice mix lots. Similarly, for the FRK batches, here you can see the FRK batches. Now, if you have data entry operator, so you need to create a new user for them. You can click on the manage user to create a new user, and we'll click on plus icon to create a new user for your data entry operators. We'll be adding all the mandatory fields, which are first name, last name, username, email ID. So this newly created user will be logging in as Fortress portal by going to Foscos portal and clicking on login with Fortress button. We'll be adding password and confirm password. These are some validations on the password. Password and confirm password will should be same. We'll be adding roles for the user. We'll click on add role, category FRK, role, approver, And second role, category FRK, role user. These two are mandatory for your FRK user. Status can be active and inactive. You can change the status for the user as well. Now clicking on add user, here you can see user has been created successfully. If you click on it, you can view the details of the user which we created. Now if you want to reset password, you can click on reset password button as well. You can enter the new password and confirm the new password and click on update password. It will be updated as well. Now in the notifications, so if you click on notifications, here you can see all the notifications that your tool lot has been dispatched, your past state has been changed from this to this. Thank you.